Hey guys, Epic World's PCG. Today I'm showing you a miniatures game I made called Totan. It's a tabletop miniatures game, and it's the first edition because I was watching one of FlameSpot's streams, and he suggested that he was just like helping me come up with some ideas. So yeah, I wanted to create a miniatures game for tabletop. I've done this in the past, but none of those games have ever turned out that well, but I think this first edition of the game is pretty solid. I haven't play tested it yet, but I do plan to play it with one of my friends. You can play this solo, but I recommend playing with a friend. What you'll need is a tape measure. I use the Games Workshop one because I have it from doing Warhammer and stuff. And then you'll just need a bunch of six-sided dice. They can be any six-sided dice. And then, of course, the miniatures, you can create your own little custom ones, like I did here. These are the mechs, so that's the first faction. I'll put those aside. And the second faction is the orcs. So comment down below which faction you like better. But yeah, also shout out to FlameSpot's channel for helping me come up with the ideas, and I'll leave a link to his channel in the description if you would like to check it out. So yeah, this is the cover. Thought it did a pretty good job on it. And well, here, let me just explain combat. So you would just use like a normal table. Like I was gonna do like some basic version of the game and then like a complex, but I think I'm just gonna do one version. Yeah, so you would have your players, and you always face the miniatures this side so both people can see it. Then you would have the other players' miniatures. Now they would probably be farther apart, but for the sake of the video, it's just going to be this close. So the orcs are really good up close, but the mechs are really good like long range. So how this works is basically in the rules manual on this page, you got orcs, and let me just explain. So each unit has a U. That's how many of that unit how many miniatures can be in that unit. An A for attack. That's how many dice they roll. A D for defense. That's how many dice they roll for defense. R is range in inches. M is how much they can move. HP is how many lives they have, and C is the cost of coins to put in your army. And then that's the ability. Yeah, this combat system's kind of like from my trading card game. Link to the description in that channel if you haven't checked that out yet. But yeah, so now get back to actually how to play. So each like player or faction has their own little index, and like the orc spearmen, for instance, like this is an orc spearman. You got 4 of them, and they got 3 attack, 2 defense, range 2, move 4, 2 HP, and I'll explain how HP works. So each creature has a set amount of HP. Once, like, let's say, basically, so for attacking and defense, 4, 5s, and 6s are hits. So let's say you're rolling 4 attack. Well, this guy only rolled 1. And then 1s and 2s are defense. So this guy, let's say he has 3 defense. He's trying to block it. He rolled a 2, so that blocks that hit. But let's say he got 3 hits and he only blocked 1 of them. Then 2 damage would go through, and you would subtract 2 HP from your total. Each character or each miniature has a cost. You don't have to follow this. This is just for advanced. But yeah. So, let me do a quick little demo. I'm just going to be using the Orc Warlord, which is their boss against the Mech Warlord kind of dude. So, you look in their codex, or their little faction thing, and the Orc Warlord has 4 attack, 4 defense, and also there's phases. So there's move, attack, and then healing. Healing, basically you just roll a d20. If it's a 19 or 20, you get to heal 1 HP from one of your units, and you can do that every time. But during the attack phase, this guy only has a range of 1. So you would take your ruler and see if he is in range of 1. You do from the farthest part of their base to the other. So he is just barely out of range, as you can see, but let's say he was like right here. So that's pretty much like close range. He has 4 attack, so you would give him, and then I would go to the mechs codex area, and this mech tanker has 5 defense. So pretty even matchup. Let's see how many hits the Orc Warlord does. He rolled 3 hits. That's pretty good. Now let's see how many defense they get. Also, 3 is nothing. So, oh wow, he only got 1 defense. So 2 damage would go through, and that tanker would take 2 damage. That's pretty much how the game works. I will probably add more factions as the game progresses. But yeah, now let's just do one more scenario just so you guys can see. So let's say this orc spearman is charging at this orc sniper, or the mech sniper. And mech snipers have a range of 17, so he's definitely in range for him. So he would roll 2 attack, and the orc spearman has 2 defense. So, boom. He rolled no hits, so let's just say I would roll again. He rolled 1 hit. Now let's roll defense. Ooh, he just managed to get that, so that'd be blocked. But yeah, orcs are pretty good close range, so if he was here, he would probably kill the mech. Sorry, that's kind of rough. But he would probably kill the mech. And yeah, once the creature's dead, you just take them off the battlefield. And the first person with the most kills, or whoever has all the other creatures killed, wins. So yeah, this was the first edition of Totan. I do plan to add a little bit more in the future. And I'm just trying to make more paper games to expand the paper game community. Because I know my channel focuses mainly on PCGs, but I also want to be known as a paper game and PCG channel. So yeah, this was Totan PCG, or sorry, tabletop art PC. Oh my gosh, I can't even say it. It's a tabletop miniatures game. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.